Seeing that we have a quorum, we'll take up the business of the City of Menasha Board of Public Works. Clerk, would you please take the roll call?
Alderman Benner. Here. Alderman Nichols. Here. Alderman Taylor.
Here.
Alderman Sevenik.
Here.
Alderman Collier.
Here.
Alderman Kruger.
Here.
Alderman Zielinski.
Here.
Alderman Grady.
Here.
Thank you, Clerk. I'll entertain a motion to approve item C, our minutes. Alderman Zielinski.
I make the motion to approve the minutes of October 2nd, 2017, and the minutes of October 11th, 2017.
Okay. Motion made by Alderman Zielinski, second by Alderman Collier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D, discussion and action items. I'll entertain a motion for item 1. Alderman Zielinski.
Thank you. I make the motion for R21-17 resolution authorizing the Director of Public Works to sign and submit the annual report of recycling and waste activities and actual costs to the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, introduced by Alderman Taylor.
Motion by Alderman Zielinski, second by Alderman Kruger. Any discussion? We'll take a roll call.
Motion carried on roll call 8-0.
Item 2, discussion of state statute 62.414, Board of Public Works, and 62.15, Public Works. I asked this to be on the agenda. Just looking for some clarification here on the second page of 6214. If you turn the page, about 3/4 of the way down, item 5, and then 5B. If the council finds that any bids are fraudulent, collusive, excessive, or against the best interests of the city, we may, by resolution adopted by 2/3 of its members, reject any bids received and order the work done directly by the city under the supervision of the Board of Public Works. And the city shall, item D, the city shall collect the cost of all work performed under paragraph B. I just want to bring this to the attention of the body that this isn't the way that Mill Street terminus went. We bypassed the Public Works. I believe the mayor of the administration approved this, and as you see by state statute, this has to come before the Board of Public Works, and that's the checks and balances of government. So I just want to bring this to the attention of the council. Move on to item 3, Mill Street Terminus project update. Any discussion?
Josh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's you up here, DH2. Okay, Josh. I'll ask for unanimous consent to hear from the Director of Public Works. Okay.
Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the Mill Street Terminus project. We're doing a lot of construction out there. We've got the lower level just about complete. We've got the first circle on the lower level done with the stamped concrete. It looks really, really good. We're building the staircase and the walkway. Myron will be coming in, it's believed to be Thursday this week, provided that everything still works out, that they'll be setting the columns on Thursday, and then we'll be finishing up later this month.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Alderman Nichols?
Thank you. since we're talking about the Mill Street Terminus project, and some things were mentioned regarding that project in the discussion of the statutes, and I would, I don't think it's fair to leave those comments sitting out in the public sphere without asking the city attorney to address
We're already
what
past-
happened with
we're already
the
past
Mill
that
Street
item.
project.
We're already past that item. We're on item 3.
Yes, we're talking about the Mill Street Terminus
Now, it's
project
an
update.
update on the project. It's not about the state statute. You're quoting the state statute. That was the last item, item 2.
I don't believe I quoted the statute.
You just said, and you're looking at the state statute here is what you're talking about, not the update on the Mill Street Terminus by Director of Public Works.
So can I have my question answered?
We're already past item 2. We can put it, I'll put it back on the next agenda, okay? Then that way you could talk to your attorney ahead of time, and I'll have it appear on the next agenda.
Well, I'd like to move for a board appeal of the chairman's decision.
You have to ask for a second.
Is there a second? Hearing no second. If you're going to chime in, turn on your microphone so I can see you. I can't hear you guys.
This button.
Second.
I want to have discussion.
Second by Alderman Collier.
Thank you.
Discussion, Alderman Severnick.
Is discussion allowed on this? I would tend to agree with the chair. It's his ruling, Robert's rules. I think he ruled properly. What he stated is, we did pass this item. I agree. I'd like to hear more what Alderman Nichols has to say, but we did pass this item. The chair is willing to put it back on the agenda for the next meeting. That is the proper protocol. So I would say that we should agree with the chair's ruling on this and place it on the agenda for the next Board of Public Works meeting. Thank you.
And we don't want to ruin the evening here, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Well, we have a motion on the floor. So you have to vote on her motion.
Well, I'm not going to allow it tonight.
Yeah, but you can't. She's already made a motion, there's a second, we have to vote on it.
Okay. If you want to talk about it, or if you want to talk next meeting, yes, and it's out of order here to go back to an item we already passed up on. So we'll take a roll call.
I have my light on.
I asked for a roll call.
I had my light on before the roll call.
No, you didn't. I just looked at it here. Well, let's
It's
Go
up to the
ahead.
chair.
go ahead.
Thank you. I would note that after your description of the state statutes, that you as the chair failed to ask for discussion and sort of moved right into 3. So a little flexibility on the matter might be appropriate.
We'll take a roll call. Yes is to open up the floor here. No is to move on to the next meeting.
No, it's about overruling you. Is what the motion is.
Okay, the motion is to overrule me and allow more discussion on this item. So let's vote.
Chair, do you want me to say what a yes and a no vote means?
Attorney Captain.
A yes vote means that you sustain the decision, agree with the decision of the chair, and a no vote means that the decision to end the discussion, that's what a no vote would mean.
Thank you.
No, that's incorrect.
Council President Severnik.
The no vote would mean that you would, right now, you're appealing the chair's decision. So a yes vote would mean that you would like to continue discussion. A no vote would mean that you do not agree with the appeal of the chair. So in other words, did that make more sense or less sense?
Say it again.
It's okay. So for instance, there's a motion on the floor, she's overruled your ruling, okay? So if you vote yes, you agree with her. If you vote no, you agree with the chair's ruling, and then we move on.
Point of order.
State your, just a second here. You have to turn on your microphone.
Alderman Taylor, I believe mine is on. Will you recognize me if I relinquish it to Alderman Nichols afterwards?
That stops everything here when Alderman Nichols asks for a point of order. So we'll get right back to you. Alderman Nichols.
I'd like to seek clarification from the parliamentarian, Attorney Captain, about the question and the vote, yes or no.
Attorney Captain, as stated by Council President Severnik, do you agree with that?
A yes vote means that the decision of the chair stands, and a no vote means that you're overturning it.
Does that help you?
No, because she made the motion, so we're voting it.
She made, the motion was made to overturn it, but you assume that the chair made the correct parliamentary ruling, so if you agree with that, that's a yes vote. Yes vote. If you disagree with the chair's vote, you would say no.
So a yes vote is to agree with that I said we'll bring it back next meeting.
I disagree.
Alderman Kruger.
Thank you, Chairman. I would just like a point of clarification too, if I may, from the parliamentarian. Alderman Nichols brought up that there was no option or opportunity to discuss on that item. I just want, is she correct on that, or can the chair not have a discussion on that and proceed forward to the next item? Or should there have been discussion? I'd just like a clarification, please.
Attorney Captain.
Oh, thank you. If you have a question like that, it should be brought up immediately and not after you already start item 3. You know, immediately when item 3 started, you'd bring it up, not after the whole discussion.
Alderman Benner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thought I was clear on this. And now I'm starting to,
I'm not even clear now either.
I'm questioning, I thought that discussion was offered after the chairman's description of the state statutes. And I don't think anybody asked for discussion. Did he ask for discussion or not? Well, the clerk is saying he did not ask for discussion. If he did not ask for discussion, then I would agree with Alderman Nichols.
If you want to,
That we should have discussion.
if you want to throw a challenge flag, and we'll check the replay on that, and I don't know if I did or not.
No, I don't either. And initially, I agreed with the fact that,
But we did move on.
but we did move on, and
Yeah,
I
we
guess,
did move on
but if
to item
nobody,
3,
but
like
if
the,
nobody was
attorney
offered
said.
discussion, then I would agree with Alderman Nichols that we may want to go back and revisit it, but and to overrule it, but if you offer discussion, which apparently you didn't,
And I'd be happy to put this on the next agenda, we'll discuss it.
and I don't have a problem with that either.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, just so
It's
it
been a
can be
nice evening
discussed,
and-
just because there are some things that were implied there that if the appropriate person heard it or whatever, could be led down a different path than what I think we are, but I know a little bit more about this than a lot of folks, because I was the chairman of the committee that,
Be
that
happy
shared
to,
this,
no
but-
problem with discussing it.
yeah.
And,
I just had concerns that we had something on the agenda, it's there for discussion, and we didn't allow discussion, and I have concerns about that from
I think we had an
order.
the ruling from the parliamentarian that nobody asked for anything, so we moved on to the next item. We already were discussing the next
Yeah.
item,
And
and
nobody could have been you either. You know, that you didn't ask for any discussion either, so. Well, it's unfortunate that it happened.
I don't know on
but-
that, I don't know on that, but we
Yeah.
moved ahead to the next
No,
item.
and I agree, we were on item 3, so.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Council President Severnick,
I'm not on.
why don't you give? why don't you
It's
give-
Alex.
Go ahead, give your opinion on this again.
Well, let Alex talk. Mine's not on.
Alderman Zelensky.
The way I understood this was Alderman Taylor asked for discussion on state statute when he introduced it. So why would he want to discuss a discussion? He asked for discussion, and there was time, he paused for at least 30 seconds, and I thought someone was going to say something, but no one else, so he moved on. I don't know why you have to discuss a discussion. It just seems like we're going loops here, and he's trying to accommodate to this, so let's just go forward.
Your short-term recall is better than most of us up here. Thank you for that. Stan, you want to make one more appeal here?
Well, I just want to make sure, I think we're on the same page, it's just where the yes and no goes. You know, when you make an appeal of the chair's
Chair.
decision, she's saying, your decision is wrong. So therefore, I'm appealing, and I want you to agree with me. So then you should be voting yes if you're in her favor, and no if you don't agree with the ruling of the chair. Or am I getting that backwards? Just, you know
Attorney,
what I'm saying?
Attorney
As
Caplan.
long as, I don't care which way it goes, just as long as we're all in agreement here.
That's what I was going to suggest, is that whatever the chair says means a yes and a no.
Yeah.
That is the way that you should follow the
Okay.
vote.
Okay. If you agree with Alderman Nichols, you would vote yes, and if you agree with the chair that I said we've already moved
Don't
past.
agree with Ms. Nichols, you vote no. Yes. On the appeal.
Okay, so yes is with Alderman Nichols, no is with the chair.
Yes is with Alderman Nichols, no is with the chair.
Yes. We'll take a roll call. Let's get out of here. Motion failed. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
before we, I've got to wait till my mic is on.
Patrick, okay, here we go. Now we're back to the screen. Okay. Council President Severnick.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I still think that Ms. Nichols would like to have this item discussed further, so I'd ask that you place this on the agenda for your next meeting. if that would be all right with you.
I will do that.
And
then I
if there's
will-
no further business, I move that we adjourn.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Kruger. We are adjourned.
Broadcasts of the City of Menasha Administration Committee, Board of Public Works, and Common Council meetings are produced by University Studios of the University of Wisconsin-Fox Valley. Menasha residents and interested parties can obtain information about these meetings and meeting agendas from the city website, www.cityofmenasha-wi.gov. Expression of opinions regarding City of Menasha issues or about these broadcasts can be made by contacting the Mayor's Office, 920-967-5117. Contacting their City Alderman. Contact information appears on the website. Completing the electronic feedback form on the website. All public portions of the meetings are recorded in entirety and are not edited for playback.